What is up? Welcome back, guys. I forgot to turn on my lights. Camera's going crazy. We had some technical difficulties, but we're here. What's up? Yeah, so the mic that I was using last week, for whatever reason, the mic cable was not working today. And I didn't get to check this out. So we'll have to reconfigure some things. But yeah, we're good. We're here. That's all that really matters. Where's Ricky? He's at his house. You sound like my son. Where's Mr. Ricky? Hope you guys are having a good week. I'm going to have to fix the focal point on this thing too. So give me just a sec. All right. Now we're good, I think. Yeah. Is that the Armada? Well, technically, I wasn't supposed to say anything until October, but the word's out because Sam did a collaborative post with them. So yeah, that is the Armada. It's a beast. Morning, Max. Zach. What's up, everybody? It's been a weird week. Where's the Vero Axon fixed blade? Not in my pocket today. I do have it. Just over there. You'd hijack that mic and camera with a quickness. What is Ricky saying? If I were there, this is when I would take over the live stream. Yeah, so the mic you were using, Ricky, that cable just stopped working. So I had to scramble last minute and get a few things fixed, situated. I also forgot to eat lunch. So I ran and did that like 5 minutes before I came on. Did I change the Axon? What do you mean? Ricky, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. You didn't have to do that. Is that for the toilet seats? I do not have a 940 Osborne. No, Justin. I have had a 940, 940 Mini, and or whatever they call it, the Osborne Mini, and a 943. Is that the drop point one? That's the one that was nice. White Monster is king. Let's see some eggs in the chat. I see them. Let's see more. Thank you for all the members who are tuning in today. I thought we weren't going to be able to go live, and I'll just go ahead and preface now and say that we may lose the stream. The internet at the office has been on the fritz all week, but especially bad yesterday. Every couple of minutes yesterday, the internet was going out. It was Ricky was trying to send me a 16 megabyte file, and it was saying it was going to take 8 hours to download. Aces EDC, thank you for the membership. Titanium, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Top 3 whiskeys or bourbons? Do you want whiskeys or bourbons? Which one are you looking for? Because those are a little bit of a different scenario. My list will be different because I will list more scotch if you want just whiskeys. 56k speeds. Yeah, it was really bad yesterday, and I was afraid that we would not be able to stream because when I got here, it was a little on the fritz, so it still may go out. So we'll do our best. Either. Okay, so my top whiskey period that I would drink from now until the end of time. I really love Lagavulin 16. It's one of my favorites. I also really like Macallan 18, but that's very expensive, like $3.60-ish a bottle, I think. But one of my favorite whiskeys of late is not a bourbon either. It's a rye. So good. Angel's Envy Rye is so good. I do like bourbons. Don't get me wrong. I could give you like one of my favorites of each. But like, if you want best, we're not going for the cheaper stuff. Oban Little Bay is one of the best whiskeys of all time. I've actually never had Oban. I might have had an Oban when we did the whiskey tasting with Rex from Whiskey Tribe when I was in Texas last year. But bourbons, if like one of my favorites is going to be Old Forester 1920. One of my favorites to drink that's affordable is, well, I really like the, oh God, Elijah Craig Small Batch, and then Buffalo Trace, if I can find it. Buffalo Trace is a little harder to find here. So it really just depends. What's up, Evan? Hey, you'll appreciate this. Look at this, Evan. Nobody's pocket checked me yet, but in the old pocket today, we have the Workhorse from Essex. We'll get the settings right here in a second. There we go. Like I said, I didn't really have a whole lot of time to set up today. Oh, they did pocket check me? I just missed it. Okay, sorry, Marvin. So this has been in my pocket off and on since Evan sent this to me. I mean, it's so good. This is, I think, now my favorite modern traditional. I just want this in full TI or maybe like an OD canvas. This is like a blue canvas, but it's still so good. This thing is so good. Also in my pocket, we'll have to zoom out a little bit. My audio is not hot, is it? It sounds it. As you guys know, these came out this week. I've actually had one of these for maybe about 2 weeks now. I'll trade you an SLC. Deal. Oh, wait. You talking to Ricky? No deal. Don't take that, Evan. So this, for those of you who are not aware, this is the new Micarta inlay kickstop from Chavez Knives. So there's 6 versions. There's 2 blade shapes, Tonto or drop point. There's 2 inlay options, which is the small, like this one right here, and the large inlay, which is a frame lock on one side and a full inlay on the show side, whereas this one is more like a bolster lock. So you have drop point Tonto, inlay differences, and then you have two different micarta options, a black micarta and this, which is the green micarta. Very dark green, but it is green. It's not a best MEDC toilet seat if it doesn't have a spot to hold your power pint and a jar of pickled eggs. That's probably, that's accurate. That's accurate. Evan says, no, I don't want to stank ass pickled eggs. Well, if you change your mind, we have some. That's all that's left here. It's whatever we had last week. 6 eggs. I have not had one this week. Maybe I've had one. So yeah, I've had the drop point in the pocket. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about this yet or not, but it's in my pocket and I've been pocket checked. So I've switched my wallet for the first time in God knows how long. This was sent to me this week, actually, from Open Sea Leather. This is the new, hopefully I don't have anything that's going to, no, I don't. This is the new Topsider bifold. So it has an opening. So before, this was actually closed up and you couldn't open it. So now it's easier to get cash in and out of. So it's not bifold in the sense that the whole thing opens, but you have this flap that makes it much better for carrying cash. And then that gives you 2 pockets on the inside, and then there's a optional quick draw on the outside. Better not have desecrated the workhorse with those things. I can't promise that. I cannot promise that I have not cut pickled eggs with the workhorse. I definitely cut a muffin with it this morning, though. Speaking of, the gym kicked my ass this morning. I finally met my match. It's the first time I've been in the gym and tried to lift something, and it just did not move off the floor. So I felt defeated and ate a muffin to, I don't know, eat my sadness away. I don't know. I cut a muffin. Yeah. Don't you know about the muffin knife? Workhorse got to work. That's true. Also, I've switched up my flashlight. I told Ricky I might do this, and I decided to. The Phoenix PD25R. This is probably the best flashlight that you can go into a store and buy. It has USB-C recharging. You just twist this off, water resistant and everything, and then you have your tail switch, which is the on switch, but then your selector is this button, which is sometimes hard to find, but I really like this. It's got the reversible clip. The only thing, and you can probably see it here, it doesn't really translate on camera just because of white balances and everything, but in person, this has a really green tint to it until it gets to, so that was low, and then whatever step up that is, right there. So that medium, there's 5 modes. The third mode is the one where it kind of evens out, but the low modes color shift pretty bad. It sucks, but it's still a good flashlight for the money. I think they're like $50-ish, 50, 60 bucks. What is the best EDC flashlight? Under 50 bucks. Let me see if this one's even under 50. PD25R is $60, not under 50. Well, dang. Man, that's tough. 50 is a weird price range. Everything starts at like 60 for like Olights and, things of this size. 60 is kind of that range. So below that, I would say maybe just the USB recharging Streamlight Micro Stream. Maybe a macro stream. Do they have a USB recharging macro stream yet? Sorry, this thing's kind of off to the side. Let's see. If they have a USB macro stream, I'd say probably that. Yeah, but it's $54. $54. I'm going to buy one, though. I didn't know they had the USB out yet. Buy now. Okay, I have a USB macro stream on the way. I feel like somebody said something. Ace Beam, Workhos TS10. Yeah, I think under 50, you're going to be looking at more like Ace Beam and what's that other? Woobin, I believe. I do have one more thing I want to look up. Like 4.7s. Do they still have a Preon? Sophern. I don't know how it's pronounced. Yeah, 4.7 starts at like $70. What about the Beta QR in aluminum? What are those at? $69 for the aluminum. Man, everything's gone up. It's tough. Dude, keychain flashlights are $50 now. Dude, the price of things has changed so much. Hey, wait, Evan, before you go, real quick, don't leave. I had a question, and maybe you can just DM this to me. But are all of the workhorses exclusives? You told me that there were some exclusives in the bundles you sent me, all those knives. Are the workhorses exclusive? And if they are all of the Sodbusters front flippers, not Sodbusters, Beerbuster front flippers, are those exclusives? Just text me the answer if you don't want to post it here, but I'm just curious for a number of reasons. But yeah, best flashlight under $50. It's hard for me to answer because I've literally only mostly carried really expensive flashlights over the last like 2 years. And I need to do some digging. I've purchased a lot of flashlights and just not carried them. So there's a mini, there's a Beta QR that's $60. Quark. It's tough, man. That's a tough question. Okay, let's get back to this real quick. So this, and then I switched my pen back to a classic for me. And that is the dual mini side click. This one is in zirconium with the Timascus clip. Tried and true. Okay, sweet Evan. I want to talk to you about something. Yeah, I do. Okay. Anyway, that and then the watch has been the TI Field watch from Big Eye. It's basically only on my wrist. No, I said that wrong. The only two things that have been on my wrist lately is this and my Garmin Mark Adventurer. I do have this in my pocket. I threw it in there yesterday. This is a high-tech chip. It's the Vault Boy. And one side is a thumbs up. The other side is the bird. So, Ricky, this one's for you. Not the chip, just the Vault Boy. Come on, you stupid camera. You can't escape it, Ricky. So yeah, that's what's in the pockets. Very different from my normal carry, isn't it? I think that's it, yeah. I mean, the other two things that are always there. TPT slide and the PowerPoint. They're always there. Give me the chip, you don't even use your stuff. Yeah, I try. So yeah, if you got any questions about any of these things, I'll try to answer them. Chat's moving pretty fast today, so it's a good thing, but it's hard to catch them all. Like those Pokemans. Taylor, I need your opinion on the Swiss Tech Werdig knife. It's only $30 at Walmart, and so far I love it. I don't have an opinion because my Walmart doesn't have them. Gear Related, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. You are a legend. Vivid Replay, any idea when the OD Arcadians are coming back? Stoked to get one. Yes, we have a bunch of them down the hall right now, but they're out getting the clips finished. So they will happen soon-ish, but I don't know exactly when. I saw someone mention this. They had a question about it, but I have been carrying this one. This is the Artisan Cutlery Triple Stripe Knives BOA in 2 of the 4 variations. We have the full dress, which is obviously this one, S90V blade steel, mirror finished blade. This thing is ridiculous. And then we have the Micarta inlay version, which is also a bolster lock instead of a full frame. And these, I believe, come with S35. Yep, S35 VN on the blade on these. The full dress is nutty. I cut a muffin with this knife on Wednesday, and it took like an hour to clean the blade off. Look at that. You can just see the fingerprints. Taylor, is PowerPoint at 40 worth it? Yeah, it's a $50 tool, so yes. Here, let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, this thing is nutty, honestly. It's the first full dress knife I've ever had. And that blade is nuts. Muffin slice approved. Yeah, absolutely. And then this one, of course, has been a bit of a workhorse, honestly. I like the blade. So this is something that I want to talk about. We're going to touch on why EDC is ending as we know it, which is kind of a joke. But we'll talk about that in a minute. What I want to do is talk about this, because in a video not too long ago, which was 5 things about knives that drive me crazy, one of the things that I mentioned was all the different opening methods being just crammed into a knife. And it does bother me. Does it bother me on this knife? No. And there's a reason. There's a very slight distinction. There are a lot of knives, and there are several knife companies who are guilty of this, but it feels like they just throw everything at the wall, and how do I put this? It's like they come up with a shape, and they're like, yeah, that's good. How many opening methods can we throw in? It's just all of them seem like afterthoughts. They're like, well, we could also do this. This, on the other hand, is Jonathan's design. He has been making this knife as a custom for a while. He is a knife maker. This is the design he came up with, and it is just kind of baked into it. This is built around that look. It's got a very unique look. And could it do without this giant hole in the blade? Sure. Could it do without the thumb studs? Sure. Could it do without the flipper tabs? Sure. But this doesn't feel like an afterthought. It's like this is part of the design versus throwing everything you can into an existing shape to make it appeal to more people. That's what it feels like with a lot of these companies that are just cramming opening methods onto a knife. This one is just part of it, and it's very cohesive and coherent. It's a very small, slight distinction, but it matters to me, at least, just from a design perspective. And it works well, right? Yeah, and he is only 17 years old. His work is awesome. I met him at Blade Show. We talked quite a bit. He's a very cool kid. He's in my Discord server. He's great. I am really happy to see him have his design out there. These are on Kickstarter right now. And just a side note again, in my Discord server, 2 things. So the Discord server, oh yeah, this song's a bop. This song gets requested to be replayed. Okay, 2 things. My Discord server has been fixed. We have had issues with a bot that verifies your identity and makes sure you're not it's called Alt-Identifier. And we have fixed it. We got rid of Alt-Identifier. We now use a bot called Double Counter, and it's hopefully better, and we can pay for premium and remove the spammy ads that Alt-Identifier had. So it's been difficult for people to join the server for a while now. And we fixed that. Hopefully it's way easier to get into it. But also, I have created another channel inside the server called Live Stream Resources. So if you join the Discord, I will be linking things there rather than linking them in the chat and pinning them. I'll put them in that place so they're there for good. They're kind of hard to find after the stream, but if I talk about anything on stream, I can just put it there. Kind of like that flashlight I was talking about, the PD25R, just as an example. I'll do that one right now because I do like it. And the macro stream, I can just put these in that server. I can put them both there, and it's very easy, and you guys can reference it later as well. Boom. Okay, so those two are in that server now, so you can go there and find them. But also the Kickstarter for Artisan Cutlery. So these two knives right here are currently on a Kickstarter, and it's going until I believe the 10th. Hang on one second, I'm gonna come back to that. Gear related, thank you for the $20, man. He says, I've been loving all the content streams and activity in the community. I uploaded my first full EDC video this morning. If anyone in the chat is interested later, shameless plug. Well, thank you. You should definitely link it if it'll let you. It may not let you post a link, but I'm going to pin the Discord so you can join there if you want. Let me get this Kickstarter linked. Kickstarter Artisan Cutlery Boa. Let's see if that helps. Did you cut your hair, Taylor? I did not. No. Okay. And now Artisan Cutlery Bow. We also have the Chavez Redención 229 Kickstop Micarta. And that's Chavez. Yeah, also talking about that Kickstop Micarta, there is a code if you want to buy one of these for 10% off. It's BDEDC10 at their website. So I've posted that in that server channel as well. I just figured a resource like that would be much better and easier for people to follow along. Jose Caban, thank you for the $5. He says, when does the Carry Commission Pocket Bifold wallet come back in stock? Pocket Bifold. Are you talking about the two-tone we did with Redeemed like 2 or 3 years ago? I don't know if we're going to bring it back. We might, but I don't know. I really don't. Sid Bones, Double Counter is giving me some issues. Keep saying I'm using a VPN even when I don't have it turned on. Even uninstalled my VPN, tried a couple different devices, but still has access denied. Okay. I would message iMac Death or Brazen to try and get through that. It shouldn't. I turned off the VPN thing, but it may do that anyway. And if you haven't tried, we went through a lot of settings yesterday as well. So if you haven't tried in the last 24 hours, try it again. Gear related, thoughts on the new Leatherman Arc? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to try and get this set up because I forgot to get my window capture up too. I'm really crushing it today. See if I can get this up. Leatherman Arc. Okay, it's not on REI. New products. Micra. So there's a new Micra? Oh, it's just limited edition. Where's the Arc? Blade forums. Okay, can I get a picture of this thing? Does it actually exist? Multitool.org. Ah, okay. So it kind of looks like a free series. I'm guessing it's still free series. It has, let me zoom in. I can't scroll over. Okay. Let's look for a better picture. That website sucks. Yeah, why don't we just look at Leatherman's? I don't know what this guy's talking about. I can already tell you that I like something I saw about it. Oh, let's do max level. Max is awesome. And let's pause this music real quick. Are we on the right camera? We are. Okay.
The Leatherman Arc.
Can you guys hear it?
The most expensive production Leatherman ever made. Is it really going to be worth the money? Should you go out and buy it now? Well, you can't, but when it is available, should you buy it? We're going to answer those questions. We're going to talk about comparisons with the 40th anniversary Garage Series. We're also going to do some comparisons with the Mr. Crunch.
I would have loved to have gotten one of the Garage Series.
Anything that might have crossed over between them. Well,
oh, we can't watch a 28 minute video.
Let's not waste any time. Let's get started.
28 minutes. We can't watch all 28.
What does that say?
Built with free technology.
Yeah, we know it's built with free technology. Do they say it on both sides? Okay, it is. All right, there you go.
So, oh, that garage was that garage one is cool. The white and bronze. Hey, is Max Level in here? Tell him I said hi if he is.
Then the
oh, it's got Magna Cut
40th anniversary. I guess we will do a comparison of the blade, so that's quite cool.
How much?
And there's actually some improvements. I think they've done better in the Arc than they did on the 40th. So we'll be talking perfectly emulating.
Ooh,
my favorite.
I like that file
ever made on a multi-tool.
So the file on the free series kind of sucked.
The thing about that file
that's
is
nice.
It has the rebar highly aggressive. This is that highly aggressive. A texture crosscut
230
on one side, much more aggressive than the
he has
ones
a
you will
short
find on
too.
the Wave.
Okay.
Way more aggressive.
Sorry, Max Level. We're going to go to the short just to make it a little faster.
This is the unreleased Leatherman Arc.
Finally, ooh, the thumb stud
blade steel that we've always wanted in a
the flick open.
This thing has edge retention. For
yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy one for sure.
Saw as we'd expect. And a diamond file.
That file, that file and the thumb stud and Magna Cut steel is
exactly what we've been looking for.
Yeah.
Scissors as well, and a redesigned set of internal implements, including a large flathead that's also.
So I like the eyeglasses screwdriver. I missed that in the free series.
Finally, a Leatherman bit driver with
hell yeah.
Yep. As well.
I'll buy it.
This all.
I don't care that it's 230. I'll buy it.
Platform, as you can see, I can do
everything that's sick.
One-handed. And I think this thing is going to sell out, even though it is at a seriously premium price tag.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I'll buy it. It says September 25th, I believe, for those. So I need to... I wonder who Leatherman stole that design from. Stole what design? What are you talking about? Yeah, I will definitely be buying one. Let me turn the music down so I don't blow your eardrums out. Deep carry clip. Yeah, man, I want that thing. However, like the stole tail of knives, yeah. Flying around. However, I want to show you guys one thing. So you may have seen this in the Leatherman video I did earlier this week. If you really want a bit driver in your free P4 and you don't want to spend $230 on that Arc, You can buy this piece off of Shapeways. I did a video on this a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago on this little piece here. So this is 3D printed in metal. They come in a couple of different color options. There are a lot of really cool things for Leathermans on Shapeways. So you can kind of tweak the tools you already have to make them. Although you can spend a lot of money on these things. This might have been $30 or $60. I don't remember at this point. But this made all the difference. So I did put the serrated blade from the P2 on my P4, but I also put this on here. I don't really care about the blades. Ginger Fisher, what's up? I can't talk. Welcome to the chat. Let's get some pickled eggs for Ginger Fisher. Why don't we? Joe, you can't type. As I'm trying to say, you can't type and I can't talk. I fail again. It has been a long week, and it's going to be a long weekend, and it's going to be a long week next week. Nailed it. I need Ricky here to really be able to function properly on a live stream. Dude, my phone has been blowing up today. Do we still think the Ferrum is a good EDC? What Ferrum? I don't know which one you're talking about. I do have something to open up. I don't even know what this is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what this is. It just says department. Shipping department out of Chino, California. So I don't really know who this is from. I have a hunch, but it could be one of three things, I think. No more iPhone. How's the Fold treating you? I freaking love it. I won't go back to the iPhone anytime soon. I just really like the Fold. I'm obviously a little bit like hesitant of its durability, but I mean, I am paying for insurance, so that's a plus, but the functionality of it is really nice. I really, really like the big screen. Can we please get the bum bag to Germany? I think they're in stock right now, and we ship to Germany. Here, before we open this. I am pretty sure bum bag is in stock currently. As of right now, bum bag is in stock. We did restock the EDC pouch, but we had a little bit of a technical glitch. Not really technical. We had a little bit of a glitch on just on many ends, and we put them back in stock yesterday. We had to pull them, but we have plenty of them, but we can't release them until we get the parts of the bundle. They come with keepers in them. The bum bag doesn't. So we have them in stock right now, and we ship to Germany. Okay, so this, I don't really know what it is. We'll know pretty quickly. I think I already know because the color of the box. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Ah, yeah, I was right. Kaiser. There is still a pile of trash here from all the unboxings I did last Friday. We left as soon as the stream was over and didn't pick anything up, and then we were just wide open all week. Ricky is keeping me busy, guys. So we have two knives here from Kaiser. This is the Militol, and this is the Mystic. Let's take a look at both of them. Olay always has a sale. Yeah, they definitely always have a sale. Kaiser Friday Club. What is the Friday Club? I haven't received anything from Kaiser in a long time. There's some spare screws, not a full hardware set, but screws. No pivot or anything. It's kind of weird. You got it, Yannick. What did Yannick say? Dibs on what? Got it back. I'm missing out. I can't keep up with you guys. So screw Olight and go Phoenix? Why? I'm so confused. I'm missing everything, apparently. It's probably Kaiser, yeah. So this is the Militol. I looked up what Militol meant, but now I don't remember. It's a big knife. Feels good. It is designed by... it's so small. Styles Design. Feels good. Looks good. You know a Kaiser as soon as you pick it up just because of how smooth they are. Like, this has a beveled or chamfered edge, right? But it's still got a little edge to it. Jack Wolf, you also know when you pick up a Jack Wolf because they've got hard edges, and I like that. This is like extra smooth and rounded, and all of the Kaisers I've ever handled are like that. What's the retail on this knife, the Militol? I don't know. We can look it up in a sec. Looks pretty cool. It's different. Comfy. Shipping department is always called Kaiser. That's not true. I get a lot of stuff that says shipping department. But I also get stuff that's not like coming from an order, if you want to call it that. Like, I get stuff that's being sent from the company directly. Like, I think Blade HQ's says shipping department, depending on where it ships from, because they have 2 facilities. All right, so that's the Militol. And this one, Kaiser Cares. I'm not sure what's up with the bears. Same thing. Spare screws, no pivot. This one I actually saw. Shipping department. Yeah. This one I actually saw on Brandon's stream a couple weeks ago. And I commented on it, and then Kaiser's like, hey, do you want to check it out? And I was like, hi, you guys haven't talked to me in like 2 years. Sure. I have received random Kaiser knives in the mail, not from Kaiser. I don't know who they came from. They just showed up at my P.O. box. So here's the Militol. This is quite a sizable knife. I like that forward slant to it. It's very subtle, but I like it. FYI, primitive wickets and XL wickets are in stock. Did you know Brandon is getting married? I did. Whoa. Whoa. Ho, ho, ho. This might be as smooth as that Rosalinda. Good Lord. Let's test them out. Rosalinda. What is this? Mystic. Ooh. Damn. Things are getting too spicy around here. Look at that. God. Wow. This, though. God dang. Ugh. Wow. It's not really a full finger choil. Like, that's one thing that bothers me about knives that are designed like this. Like, that's a big choil, but it's not really a finger choil. I guess you could use it as one like this right here, but I mean, your finger's right up against that edge, and it would be way more comfortable and less likely for you to cut yourself if that was like freaking 1/8 of an inch bigger. Yeah, this is slick. And it's linen micarta too. It's not just canvas, that's linen. I am a big fan of linen. Thoughts on the NAFS driver? Best driver for the price, period. So here's our Kaiser goodies. We have the Militol and the Mystic. And I'll link those over in the Discord in just a sec. Jack Wolf drop in 10 minutes. Blade steel on the Mystic. That's Militol. Rex 45. Whoa. You don't see that very often. And this one, just to answer, is Militol is S35. Mystic is Rex 45. Cool. Both are fairly large knives. Yeah, I wouldn't say they're enormous. Do I have anything that's like... I think these are good comparisons. So we got the Rosie. I actually have to go out some more. We got a PM2. So it's very, very comparable to a PM2 in terms of overall length. It does have a bigger blade. Kaiser working with Rex 45. Very interesting, isn't it? And then we have, we'll put this right here, the Umnumzan. So this is slightly smaller than the Zan. This is slightly larger. I do want to show you guys one more knife. It's not an unboxing. And I don't know what happened to the other one. I have two of them. Yeah, I don't know. Where did it go? Hey, Ricky, do you remember putting my other carbon knife somewhere? I'm not accusing you. I'm just questioning because I don't know what I did with it. How thick is... It's in the box. Oh, where's the box? Did we put it in the cabinet? There it is. Taylor lost something. Name a more iconic duo than me and losing a knife. Let me answer one more question from... Saw it, now I don't see it. Hold on, where'd it go? Para 3, nope, that's not it. Somebody asking me to compare one of these with the PM2. Okay, it's from Christopher Robin. How thick is the Mystic compared to the PM2? So I keep grabbing the Militol. Mystic and PM2 thickness. Really, honestly, very similar. Very, very similar. Identical. Dare I say. It's pretty much spot on. I really like this knife, honestly. This is like one of those knives that Ricky's like, ew, why do you like that? Because another one that he doesn't like, I'll show you again. Another aside. Another knife of mine that Ricky hates. You and Bending a Clip. That's actually also a really good duo. Hard to outdo that one. This is another knife of mine that Ricky hates. I got this at Blade Show. It was funky and big and just absurd in almost every way. But I'm a sucker for a harpoon to begin with. It's a very narrow handle for how big the blade is. But I just like it for some reason. I don't know why. You do hate it. Ricky, your fixed blade is ridiculous. So what's your point? Yeah, so I'm a sucker for some big weird blades sometimes. Too many frame locks. Well, this one's not a frame lock. Thank you very much. This one is a bolster lock. Man, this thing is nutty. I like that. So I have this problem lately with all these really cool knives that I've got in, and I don't know what to carry. It's like such a first world problem, but it's also still a problem. Before we jump on to this next thing that I was going to show you, I want to pull these up, and we'll do, because you guys were asking, let's go to Blade HQ and go to Kaiser and look up the price on these. Kaiser Militol, $159 for the Militol. It's not bad. $159. You get an S35. Yeah, S35. It's pretty reasonable, but that's also pretty par for the course for Kaiser. I'll link that one in the Discord as well. But we also have the Kaiser Mystic. This one, I imagine, will be... Oh, that's actually cheaper than I thought it would be. $169 for the Mystic. Look at that. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, let me track or paste those real quick. Pretty impressed with that, honestly. Luke asks, have you added anything to your truck since your video? Which one? I have the Excursion, the ZR2, and the mini truck. Mini truck, no, because it's still broken, but I will be fixing it very soon. Like, actually happening. Excursion, just parts fixing things. And I added some Molly panels to the ZR2. All right. Those are added to the Discord. I'm a GP. What does that mean? General practitioner? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. These. So some of you following on social media may have noticed that I had a cookout this weekend. Surprise guest for some people was none other than Ken Onion Jr. He lives local to us. He's a good friend of mine. Really awesome guy and a phenomenal cook. Like, I'm pretty proud of some of the meats I smoke, but man, he made some short ribs. He made some the best beef I've ever tasted in my life. It's called kalbi, and it is it is a traditionally a Filipino dish, but also kind of Korean. But it's marinated short rib that's then grilled, and it is so good. Ricky can attest. He was there. So this comes from Ken Onion and his son, Ken Onion Jr. And this is Carbon Knives, Karbon. Blade Steels M390. These are Riot made. They've got some pretty cool designs. The clip looks breakable. I don't think so. I mean, it's titanium. It's milled. It's just small. That is less breakable than a bent clip for sure. But it is thin and small. But I mean, it can bend, but it's tough. That clip, like, I can barely. So the thing is, with it being shorter, it's got less leverage down here, so it's harder to actually. It's pretty tough feeling. Dave Svarte, what's up, dude? First time seeing you in here. Glad you stopped by. Carbon Knives. I cannot remember the name of this model. I should know it. Are they on Blade HQ? Ahoy. Ahoy. That's it. Carbon Ahoy. Tree Fitty. So this one, neither of these are actually here. I think these are exclusives to other dealers. This one is a rosewood, and this one is just, oh, wrong screen. This one is just totally phenomenal. I love the wood pattern on this. I got you, bro. Hit me up if you need any free medical. Oh, you're talking to Ian. Only if you're a legit doc. Are we doing like an exam in my live chat? Because that's kind of cool. Okay. Anyway, the Carbon Ahoy M390 steel, and they come in a few different handle materials, or at least scales. Natural micarta, rosewood. There's OD green micarta, black micarta. I just love it. I'm a sucker for like a whaler style slip joint, and this is that with a lock, a bolster lock. So I dig it, honestly. Taylor, it's off subject, but would you consider selling the mini truck? I know. I love that thing. The anchor sign looks nice. Yeah, I like that too. The inlay on the anchor. So Kenny, which is Junior, said the only thing he doesn't love is where the position of the clip is, because he said he felt like it sticks out of the pocket too far. I disagree. I think it's fine. Typically, I like deeper carry clips, but it just kind of was apparent to me that I think they just use the same hole position for the scale body screw here and that. But I don't mind that at all. I actually really like this knife. Glad to see him branching off and doing his own thing with carbon. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm so happy that, like, Ken Onion Jr. is kind of getting out there. He doesn't like being put out there, but he deserves to be because he's an awesome guy, honestly. Everyday minimalist. What's up, Brandon? That's definitely a beautiful knife. That's a beautiful knife. Definitely want to own one day. Yeah, he showed up at my cookout with 2 for me and 1 for Ricky. What a guy. He also brought a custom slip joint with mammoth bone. That thing was sick. There was one more thing. Oh, somebody said Terravantium. What was the question before that? Brandon, thank you for the membership. I appreciate it, dude. Get you some pickled eggs now. Thank you, man. Yeah, so I was very surprised that he brought both of these. He told me he was going to bring one, but I told him I couldn't decide, and he brought both, and that's just too nice. And he brought 21 pounds of short rib. I cannot convey to you how good those short ribs were. Oh, you were replying to someone. I was going to answer the question about Terravantium because I got this in the mail this week. I bought this late last week when they restocked. So this is the Invictus ATB, which is a collaboration between Prometheus Design Works and Terrain 365, which is honestly just the same people, but all of your terrain knives have Terravantium, which is not steel. It's dendritic cobalt. So this literally and physically is incapable of rusting. And I imagine everything else is titanium, so that can't rust either. It is truly a rust-proof knife, where, on the other hand, a MagnaCut knife like this is highly rust-resistant. This is truly rust-proof. So it's a small but very, very notable distinction. The Eye of Horus. I live near Kenonion. So you live in Hilo? Taylor, would you do a vegetable oil in that micarta? What? What? Yeah, I freaking love the Invictus. I don't know if it's in here. I think it's in the other room, but I have the bolster. I have the larger Invictus ATB. Now I'm craving one pickled egg. Well, go get you one, man. The most aggressive cutting material I've ever sharpened, bar none. What, this? Terravantium? I didn't have a hard time sharpening Terravantium. Hang on. Had to go get the big brother. As you can see, I've carried this one a lot. I've put an edge on this one a couple of times. Yes, not hard. The edge profile it accepts. I don't know what you mean. The most aggressive cutting material I've ever sharpened. Not hard. The edge profile it accepts. It just stays nasty, toothy, aggressive. Yes. Okay. Yes. Totally agree. I was not picking up what you were putting down. Now I am. I totally agree. This edge stays sharp and is very toothy. I freaking love Terravantium, and I wish more knives could use it, but it's proprietary. Let me rephrase. Would you actually put oil in micarta to deepen the color, and what oil would you use? My hands and pockets and sweat. As disgusting as it may sound, that's all this is. And any of my micarta knives that are very worn, it's just from use. I don't. Sometimes if a micarta comes in very dry looking, like this one's fine because it's the whole thing, but even this one's not that bad. And I don't want to do linen because linen just looks so good, but there are some that I'll get in that look ashy and not great, and I have been known to put a little bit of oil on those from time to time. These things are just smooth too, though. So this is my old one that TC from Smoky Mountain Knife Works dropped 2 days after I got it right into the rocks. You can't even see it anymore. Just a little scratch along right there. And Greg Presley will not let him live it down. I didn't mind. But I did think that TC had dropped it and that the glow stud had fallen out in the rocks and I couldn't find it because this one was in, this one was gone. This was when we were on that Tennessee trip and got stranded. And I was so bummed because I loved this thing and I was missing the glow stud. And I got home and the glow stud was sitting in my little EDC tray at my house. So I used some JB Weld and put it back in. Classic TC. I love TC. If you were coming to Georgia Bushcraft, be ready for TC because he is the entertainment on Saturday night. Am I selling these? I am not. Are they still in stock is a better question. They restocked these last week and they restocked a whole bunch of them, like different versions. The ATC Marine Gray G10 is in stock. Why am I pulling this up on the wrong computer? I should be pulling it up here so you can see. So if you look here, we have a ATC Marine Gray and G10. The OD Green G10, also in the C, which stands for compact. There's Green Linen, which is the one I have here. There is the Bolster, which is the larger size. There's the Canvas one, Carbon Fiber, Gray G10, and Green G10 in the larger Invictus. And all of those are currently in stock. As well as the Mako, the Cayman, the Otter Flipper, and the Mini Butterfly, which I had one of these Mini Butterflies. I ended up getting rid of it because it's so cool. I freaking love the idea of it, but there's nothing stopping the lock for, I don't really know like terms of the anatomy of a butterfly knife, but the lock on the handle could freely flip around, and if you closed it and the lock had flipped around to the wrong side, the blade would just, I guess they call that blade wrap, would just smash into the lock and it would roll the edge. So as cool as it is, I got rid of it. Yeah, I would highly, highly, highly recommend one of these Invictus models. I have used and carried the crap out of the big one. And I like it because it has a choil and you can choke up on it a little bit, but it's long. And I think I like this size a little better. This size is actually closer to like the Sea Otter. Sea Otter. Yeah. So it's slightly larger, not much, but just a little bit larger than the MBK Sea Otter. Landed an all TI Jack Wolf Pioneer. Let's see if I can. Are they only at dealers or are they on his website? Ooh, I might get one in Ultim. So let's try Blade HQ again. Blade Capone. $2.99, but Ultimate is so hot. Do we want to do it? I really shouldn't. I bought so many knives lately, and I mean, look at this, just on the freaking table right now. These weren't all purchased, but I mean, there's so many that I can't really choose day to day what to carry. I mean, this is just what's right here. There's knives. I mean, look, here's another. There's 2 cases, a roll, a cabinet, another case, another roll, and then a tool chest in the other room. Oh man, I wouldn't. Dude, it's so hot though. I love, and I'm like getting more into slip joints. you got to have the Ultim. You don't see any Ultim here. I have an Ultim custom from Pena. The plain TI looks kind of cool too, though. I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to carry this over the Big Bro Jack. I really like my Big Bro Jack. Hollow grind. I can't stop carrying my SOG Kiku. I had a Kiku back in the day. Big boy. I mean, the Kiku, it was bigger than this. The original, like the one I had, was bigger than this knife. Very, very large knife. See if I can find that custom Pena for you real quick. Ricky, what'd you put the Pena? You were the last one to have that one, I know. Where'd you put the Pena? Never mind, I found it. Found it. It's not in the armory, it was in the folio. I am blaming you. You were showing Ron. I feel like I'm yelling. I gotta get my headphones on. Feels weird. Keistered it out of there. Yeah, he probably would. Can't trust Ricky. Can't trust Ricky. Ooh, the Fox Suru. That's a good knife. Fox Suru is a really good knife. Kind of missed mine. I also have this Ultim knife. I'm gonna have to move these knives off the table. They're taking over. Taylor, do you still have your micro transient? I do. I have not gotten rid of that because I like that knife a lot. Here's the custom Pena in Ultim that I don't really ever think I've shown the world. Oh, I must have missed it. What's the end of EDC? I guess we never actually went back to that. Yeah, this was a test knife that Enrique made. And he shipped it to me. And then I tried to give it back to him at Blade Show. And he's like, give it to Blade HQ. And I tried to give it to Blade HQ, and they're like, give it to Enrique. And I'm like, don't know what to do with this. So I really don't know the status of this knife, but I have it. Here's some slip joints I do have, since we're on the slip joint topic. So the laid back jack, feel good jack. We have a kingpin. I don't know why I blank on that every time. Also got another kingpin. And I have the big bro jack. And definitely the nicest slip joint. Vivid Replay, thank you for the membership, man. Appreciate that. Any strong slip joints with a 2 to 2.5 inch blade that you would recommend? What's the blade length on this? It's not 3, so probably this one right here. Big Bro Jack, if you could find it. This one right here is my nicest slip joint, though. Birdvis Hitchcock. It's the only custom slip joint I have that I know of or can think of right now. Avoid, thank you for the 10. You said you would do the slip joint only challenge. I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten. I totally will. I promise you, but I'm waiting on something. I mentioned it to Boker, and they're making a special knife for me. I didn't ask them for a special knife, but I mentioned, I was just in talking, I was like, I'm going to do this slip joint challenge, and like, can we make one for you? So I'm waiting on a custom from Boker, and it's currently being made. So I have not forgotten. I'm surprised you don't have a GEC. So I do. This is sad. I have to show you. This is one of my worst things.
Chef's knife.
Look who it is crashing the stream.
What?
I think I can pipe you in. Hang on 1 second. Let's see if we can get Ricky on this.
FaceTime you?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this, guys. We're gonna make this work. Watch this.
Watch this. Completely destroyed.
I just have to remember how to pair a device. Is that the right device? Watch this. I'm gonna assume it's We're almost there, guys. All right. Can you talk? Hey, try talking now.
No, can you hear me now?
What?
Can you hear me now?
Hang on. Call me back.
All right.
We'll get there, guys. This is the one I needed to show you. I forgot about it. Oh, there he is.
Did it work?
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to mute your stream, though.
There's nothing going on.
Talk
My
again.
audio's off.
Yeah.
Nice.
There he is.
Unfortunately, I can't. All right. Whip out the pickled eggs. Let's make this happen.
No. I got to show this knife first. So this is
What knife?
This is my beaver tail from Great Eastern Cutlery, Titty Ute. And I forgot about it when I went camping one time, and I had this thing in a case that had like coffee and stuff in it. and it molded, and then the blade started to rust. I mean, it's not beyond repair.
That looks like a knife that was in your back pocket and you sweat on it 2 days.
For a day, one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is actually, so here's the question, Avoid. Does this count? If I restore this, can I carry this for that challenge? Because you might notice something. That right there.
That's cheating.
Does anybody know what this is? Because look, it's definitely a slip joint.
It sounds like you're cheating. I think it's what's happening.
You don't even know what this is, Ricky.
I'm carrying a fixed blade for the whole month, and you can't even do a slip joint. What is up with that?
Of course, there's rust. It's a Taylor Martin knife. It is a lock. It is a lock. So the beaver tails come in this like hybrid where it's a liner on a slip joint. So it's a slip joint still, two-hand open, but it locks. You can't close it unless you slide that lock out of the way. And I will tell you guys, one of the worst cuts I've ever gotten from a knife came from this one. And it wasn't like that the cut itself was terrible, it was the location. So is that a liner lock? Yeah, it is. When we were shooting that Chavez stupid reel where I was flicking both of them at the same time, I ended up cutting my thumb, and I cut straight down into my thumb, right? Cut straight down into my thumb. And it stung, but it bled more than anything. It didn't really hurt that bad. So this thing, one day I wasn't paying attention and I put my thumb up a little too high, and then I snapped the blade back. And what happened is it snapped into my thumb like that right here, and it cut my fingernail probably about 1/8 of an inch, and it went into the end of my thumb. And it took like a year to heal.
Little secret that you guys may not know is companies actually rust knives before sending them to Taylor. They'll rust them and then send it to Taylor just so that way he already has rust on them and he can't ruin them anymore.
CJ says, I would say that a locking slip joint wouldn't count for the slip joint only challenge, but it's still a slip joint. It's in the name. So the only thing that I think that, like, it's still a slip joint. The slip joint challenge is kind of this challenge to use a very, like a slip joint is kind of a methodical thing, right? You can't just sit there and flip it open and close and open and close. You have to be like diligent and mean what you do with it, right? You have to want to open it. And I think that's the main point.
Sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
I'm just saying.
That sounds like.
I'm not trying to advocate for this. I was asking Avoid because it was his challenge.
You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a folder and then super glue it open, and then that's a fixed blade, right?
Okay, so
that's how it works.
He says a traditional non-locking knife. The challenge is probably more in adapting. You're adapting to two-hand open, basically, right? But I will say that Avoid said he couldn't carry this where he is, so a locking knife would. I think that's part of the challenge too. So that's fair. I'm just saying this is still a slip joint. It's big too. It's freaking huge. Look at this. So look at it compared to the big Bro Jack.
I know to tell you all this. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Here,
I know I'm gonna tell you all this information about this slip joint, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna carry.
Don't tell Ricky that he's got a point. Ricky never has a point. So this is
come on now.
This knife is almost as big as the PM2. It's a big boy.
No, Yannick, don't agree with Taylor either. It's a hybrid, but a slip joint knife. No, it's not. It locks. It's not a slip joint knife.
It's a slip joint.
Nah.
It's literally in the name of what this is.
Here's a question. Here's a question for everybody. Is a burger a sandwich?
Yes. Because people aren't dumb. People know this already, Ricky. There's the micro-transient.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Taylor says anything with bread on either side of the sandwich.
I mean, the meat is sandwiched between the bread.
Yeah, but it's not a sandwich. It's a ham sandwich burger. Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is for you, CJ. You asked if I had it. I still do. The Micro Transient from Hellion Machine Collective. I'd like
Brandon's like 50-50 with me. A burger is a burger.
A burger is a burger. Okay, so here is where Ricky's logic breaks, and he just has to start like gaslighting. He said we should get like a chicken burger, and I'm like, a chicken burger? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you mean a chicken sandwich? And he's like, well, yeah. And I said, well, okay, so what's the difference between a chicken sandwich and a burger? And then he just had to start gaslighting because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. No. You're just swapping a chicken patty for a burger patty. It's a chicken sandwich. You don't call it a chicken burger.
Who calls it a gaslighter when you do the same shit?
Who calls it a chicken burger? Nobody. Nobody calls it a chicken burger.
Then why do they have separations in menus? Like, why not put burgers on the sandwiches?
They often are.
No, not wherever the hell we went that had a separate section for burgers.
Well, that was an international deli, and they were just against the Germans, I guess.
But it's cereal soup. That's a good question, too.
Okay. Well, anyway, slip joint challenge will happen. I wanted to get a couple slip joints in. I now have a couple slip joints. I feel like I'm missing one or two, but it will happen. Just waiting on a knife or two to get in.
Are you going to pick up a Pioneer Jack or not?
I don't know. I'm torn, man.
You should do it. I have a DLC one. You're going to feel jealous.
I'm never jealous of you, Ricky.
No, you're going to feel jealous when I have one in you.
I won't be jealous of DLC.
No, but you're going to be jealous of the knife itself.
Oh wait, I do have one more. Where is it though? I feel like I just handled it.
Oh, he walked away. Can I feel this is my live stream now? Again, while he's gone. Everybody tell him he's wrong.
I have the Beer Buster. Dwayne Letterman has the best response. Dwayne Letterman has the best response. Doesn't matter. Burger, dog sandwich, they are all about to be gone.
True.
Yep. And then this thing right here, this thing is surprisingly very good. This Beg knife. We were talking about it last time, or a couple streams ago. So I've got a few to choose from.
You forgot the Barracuda.
No, I sent those back.
Oh, you sent the Barracuda back? I thought you kept them.
Yeah, the only Essenix slip joint I have is this one. But the real question of Void is, can I carry this one? See that slip joint? I actually have been carrying the Workhorse a lot. So I don't really think the switch to a slip joint will hurt me in any way or like be much of an adaptation or adjustment.
I love that Yannick has become like the slip joint. Like, you have to ask him.
Yeah. Well, no, it's his challenge. It's his challenge.
All right.
This is what will make the whole slip joint challenge easy, though. I hate a slip joint being down in my pocket, and this thing clips it to the edge of your pocket. So.
Yeah, that is a game changer. I actually just got my very first clip flip. Game changer.
Only thing is, like, this one does not fit well.
What's the knife at the top of the bottle opener? It's the Essenix Beer Buster.
Yeah, this is the Beer Buster Junior. Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on from slip joints. Yes, avoid. That is going to happen. Also, I'm going to hang up on you, Ricky. Love
bye-bye.
You, bye.
Have fun.
You, bye. Okay. let's talk about, now that we're an hour and a half in, the death of EDC as we know it. I'm going to be honest, I was just being dramatic for a title. No, but there was some actual, like, meaning behind me choosing that, I guess. The best way for me to put that. Is this a call-in show? Can I be next? No. I don't trust you, Joe. You'll start rallying the troops to get me to buzz my head on camera or something. So yeah, the end of EDC as we know it. I didn't even open this last package. I'll get to that in a minute. It's just me being dramatic. I was just kind of clickbaiting you guys a little bit, but there is a real discussion to be had there. A couple, actually. I was just thinking about it, like trying to come up with something last night, and I was going through comments on the channel, and there's so many people that are like, this isn't EDC, where's your gun? And I just, you have hair, I don't. Hey, that sounds like a you problem, not me. But they're like, this is an EDC, EDC is this. And I feel like it comes up more and more. But EDC has changed so much in just the last, 5 years. I think we talked about this on the first stream. It's bad for the EDC wallet. What is? EDC is bad for the EDC wallet. Hot Sauce Junkie, new to the channel here. I'll agree. The title was kind of clickbaity, so I clicked. Well, I'm glad you're here. But yeah, I think the point was that I hear it from everybody on all sides. We'll go back to the Marine X video. Him kind of insinuating or implying that I should be anything was kind of ludicrous, right? Like, I talk about the best EDC. We touched on that when I did my first stream responding. I talk about the best gear I can find, whether it's cheap, expensive, whatever. I talk about the best, not the cheapest. And some people focus explicitly on affordable things. Some people, like Max Level EDC, focuses on multi-tools and modding those and functionality out of that, or getting more functionality out of that. There are more gun-related channels that to answer the question I get all the time, why don't you talk about guns? I mean, I just don't touch on the topic because I'm not educated in the topic. I have nothing against them. I own a gun. I own a single gun. I'd like to own more. I just never end up buying them. But also, it's a advertising thing, right? Like, this is the livelihood for my entire family. So if I start touching on things that could potentially get me demonetized, then I'm putting my entire family at risk, which is not very smart. So self-preservation is the main reason. But I still include them from time to time in carries. I have answered in the past that one of the reasons I don't touch on it is because the whole entire community as a whole has changed. It's grown, and because of that, there are more people who don't carry guns. So the submissions that I get, by and large, do not have firearms in them. I would say 90% of the submissions, if not more, do not have a gun. Thick Bacon Strip says, I love that you don't involve guns in your content. Nothing against them, but nice to see more usual EDC. Yeah, if you think about the entire world and incorporate that into this, or I guess, yes, incorporate the globe, the entire world into this EDC community, the vast majority of people who would potentially be into EDC could not even carry and or own a gun. So it's also a very American type of carry. Here in Germany, we can't carry one. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I'm not saying either good or bad for guns and EDC, or all I'm saying is that this has changed so much, and I think it's changed for the better, not because there are fewer mentions of guns or whatever, but because there's just so much more stuff and variety. I do think that there's almost too much, right? It's the same with really anything. in the world right now, like social media. There's too much content. There is. I say that as a content creator who wants you to watch my stuff, but there's just too much content. I think a lot of us are dealing with content fatigue right now because like we used to sit down. I'm speaking for everyone, but you know what I mean here. We used to sit down and watch 1 or 2, maybe 3 videos on YouTube at night, and that was that. And you would get maybe something entertaining out of it or informative or whatever. And now we're in this market where it's just shorts. Shorts are just shoved on you. Shorts and TikToks and Reels. And that's because they make people get sucked into this like doom scrolling thing, right? So where you might have watched a couple of videos, you might now watch 50 shorts, 200 shorts. Who knows how long you're going to scroll? You lose concept of time. You're not really getting a ton out of it most of the time. A lot of the time it's just funny little meme stuff, but it's typically, not always, but typically not very informative. And a lot of the stuff that like my wife has sent me that's supposed to be or proposed to be informative is wrong. There's no fact checking. There's no, like back when I started, you kind of had to be someone, prove that you were knowledgeable or something. Now you have this massive influx of creators who likely have never done anything related to what they're talking about in a TikTok, and they can get millions of followers and spread a ton of misinformation. It's just such a weird landscape. Everything's changed, and I feel like we're just like erring on the side of excess in everything we do. Not just knives. I mean, obviously it's a problem here, but like I just feel like there's no limit to anything anymore. As a kid, I remember playing video games. I was limited to like an hour a day sometimes. There's no limit on anything now. We can watch TV endlessly and not watch everything. We can scroll TikTok and Facebook and Twitter and everything, and there's no end to it. I'm way off the rails now, but I'm on my pedestal. Andrew says that's brazen. There is really an overload of content available. Very true. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. Just to touch on this one more thing. I feel like we're headed towards the edge of a cliff. It sounds really awesome with this music behind me. Let me punch in for effect. I feel like we're headed towards the edge of a cliff. And like the difference in what I was just talking about, how we used to watch content and consume things, we were way more selective of what we watched. And this is something that my friends and I have argued about over the last year or so. They send me TikToks and I'm like, I don't like TikTok. I don't like it. Not because it's TikTok. I don't like it because I don't get to choose what I'm looking at. It's one of the reasons I don't love scrolling Instagram anymore. Am I losing? Am I dropping bit rates? I don't know. But the point is, hopefully we're not losing connection because I'm at my... I can't tell. I don't know how many bits I'm sending right now. Hopefully we're good. But I used to be able to be way more selective of what I could watch. So in Instagram, you used to have like a chronological feed. Now it's all algorithm based. And if you go through like your followers, it was pretty grainy for a sec. It's looking good. Okay. Yeah. I told you my internet might be on the fritz. So, so if you go to your followers on Instagram, it will show you who you least interact with. But I don't interact with them the least because I don't want to interact with them. I don't interact with them because Instagram, for one reason or another, because I didn't tap like enough or comment on their posts enough, has stopped feeding them to me. And they're feeding me things that I genuinely don't want to see. It's such a backwards way of doing things because their algorithm is saying, well, they watched this, so now they're probably going to like these things. This will keep them on the site longer than this stuff will, so we're going to feed them more of this. But like, that's not what I want to see. And that's where we're at. So with TikTok and now this Instagram feed and Facebook and every social platform out there, I guess, except for Vero, because they're not algorithm based, it's just chronological. What I don't like is that algorithm feeding me stuff. So when you go to TikTok and you swipe, you're just fed the next thing that it thinks you might want to see, and then swipe and swipe and swipe. And I don't like that. And somebody I was trying to explain the difference of this and Reddit. And I don't love Reddit, but I go to Reddit more than any other platform because I can kind of choose what I want to click on and view. I can select whether something autoplays or not, and I can scroll through. I can go to my different channels that I follow, my subreddits that I follow, and I can kind of more directly select what I want. And Reddit's getting bad about it too. But if I'm on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're just fed the next thing. And if you see something you don't want to, you have to swipe away, which is going to affect the algorithm for you. Like, it's everything you do sends you down into this bubble that you may not want to be in. And that's where I feel like a lot of us are right now. Whew. Getting heated talking about this. So the analogy that I made to a friend the other day, he was talking to me about content. The analogy that I made, it was just on the spot and it made so much sense once I said it, is the way that we used to be on the internet is like you sit down to a nice dinner. Maybe it's steak and potatoes and whatever, broccoli. You could select what you wanted on your plate and you eat it and then you're done. That's it. The internet that we have now is like binging an entire bag of chips. You're not getting the nutrition you need. You're eating an entire bag. You're hungry 20 minutes later. You never feel satiated. And it's just not good for you. That's how I feel about all of this stuff. When before we would sit down and select something and prepare it and eat it and we get the right nutrition and we feel good and you're not hungry 10 minutes later, like that's how it used to be. And now we're all just binging bags of chips, junk, garbage. That's all it is. That's how I feel about it, deep down. And Rant, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sorry. Playing digital leapfrog. Yeah. Everything is trying to be TikTok now. Everything is. My views are down across the board because I've been so slow to create shorts and reels. And I don't want to. I genuinely don't want to because I don't view that stuff. I don't want to watch 1-minute videos or 30-second videos. I don't find it entertaining. I want to sit down and watch somebody build something for 3 hours on YouTube. That's how my brain works. And the more that we watch this shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter content, the more ADHD everybody seems to be. We're frantically like pulled in 9 different directions all the time, and everybody seems to be on this similar path. But if I sit down to watch something, I do not pull out my phone and open Instagram or TikTok and swipe. I don't doom scroll. I go to YouTube, I'll pick a video, I'll watch maybe 2 or 3 videos, and then I move on. And I've always consumed content that way, and that's how I want to consume content. That's how I want to create content for other people to consume. And that's why it's so hard for me to make shorts and reels. It's really hard. Everyone is ADHD. Yeah, I had this conversation down the hall about an hour before we went live with a friend of mine. Instant gratification dopamine hits. Yes, we have never, as a species, had dopamine on demand like we do now. Yep, no clear message or creativity to learn the creator. Yeah, that's another thing is, do you know how hard it is to be entertaining? Because if you're not entertaining, people aren't going to watch your shorts anyway. You have to be entertaining, informative, and get your point across like in a few seconds. If you're not gripping their attention, just yanking them into their phone, like closer into their phone within 2 seconds of starting a short, might as well not make it. And most of the time, that comes at the expense of something that's informative. Gen X Gemini, got to get work in. Catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out, man, and listening to me rant. I believe by choosing to avoid doing content that you hate, like shorts, you will avoid burnout. Yes and no, because it kind of makes you feel like you're like in a hamster wheel. You're running really hard and trying to do better and better, but because you're not feeding the algorithm in the way that it wants to be fed with this short form content, you're seeing things slowly die. And it's not exclusive to me. It's not necessarily just me in the way that I've been doing shorts and everything. It's everybody. It's across the board. I've seen it from friends like Bo and Jeremy and Carl and Peter and everybody, we're all like, what the hell is going on right now? Everybody. So, and my take on shorts was to put the EDC Weekly out there. If you guys hadn't paid attention or seen it or noticed, I have started featuring the carries in a reel every single day. I forgot to put it together today, so it may not happen today. I got really backed up. Just almost didn't make it in here in time for the stream. But maybe after I get off here, I'll go pick some and have Ricky throw it together, and we can still get it done. But yeah, it's been a weird year of content creation. This has been my Taylor talk. Yeah. Highly recommend the book Dopamine Nation by Anna Lemke. A great read and fantastic alternative to binging content. Yeah, reading is something that I've wanted to do more. I love reading, but every time I sit down and start reading a book, I start to doze off. The other thing is, oh God, it eluded me. It just off into the ether. What was it? Oh no. Oh, the dark internet theory. Is that what it is? The dead internet theory? That's a very interesting thing. I only got like 20 minutes into the video and I had to go to bed. But yeah, dead internet theory is kind of similar to what we're talking about. It's related in a way. You should do a section called Taylor Talks and just rant. Thanks for hating TikTok. I hate those shorts. Can't watch them. So thanks for your quality. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Brandon says, unfortunately, YouTube is trying to compete with TikTok and Instagram, and they've prioritized shorts. I put so much more effort into full-length stuff, and it sucks that shorts pop off. Yeah, it really does. It really does. Brazen says, buckle up because things are only going to get stranger and stranger as time moves forward. Yeah, so I feel like what's happening is we're like, the reason I said we're headed towards a cliff is because content has been getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, and our attention spans are shorter and shorter and shorter. But what happens? We're like converging on zero. So what happens? What happens when we hit zero? You can't make stuff shorter than it is now. Like, you can't. 3 seconds. Vine, remember that 5-second videos? TikTok started off kind of short too, and now it's a minute. But like, now I logged into TikTok yesterday or 2 days ago, and it says now you can upload 10-minute videos. The last thing I want to do is watch a 10-minute video on my phone like this right here. I watch content sitting on my couch on a big screen because that's way more comfortable. It's way more comfortable. I don't like watching something like this. I just don't. I never will. I'd rather watch it like this, get a little more of that screen in there. It's so funny because we've like adopted this like vertical thing, and like to show things, we have to freaking pan left and right. It's amazing. It's almost like if we shot things like this, we could fit everything in frame. Amazing. This strikes a chord with me, if you couldn't tell. A little bit. The world will cease to exist. Yes, good point. Audiobooks are a good option. I can't do anything when I'm listening to a podcast or an audiobook. I have to either be driving or sitting still with my eyes closed, and then I fall asleep. So it's the same problem. Greg Van Dyke says, so that's why it's getting harder to find longer YouTube videos. I'm always searching for longer videos or live streams. It allows me to put my gloves on and work or creating or modding a knife. Yeah, so there's another video that popped up in my feed the other day. It's on YouTube, and it was like the YouTube algorithm sucks or something like that. And it was this guy who explained that he knew when he made that video that it was going to go viral. He knew because he's studied the algorithm. He knows how it works. And what happened was, I mean, it did go viral, but he was just explaining that like now the way that the algorithm is working is not how it has worked the entire time. Shorts aside, it keeps like putting very small creators in his feed that have like videos with 10 views, and he doesn't understand why. So he started digging into it and did this deep dive on it. And it's really wild. It's a really good watch. Let me see. Why don't I see if we can find this real quick? I do have that ability. And then I'm going to touch on the algorithm and how I feel about it right now. I'm going to have a hard time finding it now. I can't find it. Give me just a second, guys. Yeah, I will link to it if I can find it. I got to search my watch history for algorithm. Yeah, okay, I promise this video belongs here. He's changed the title of it, but it has 3 million views and he has 71,000 subscribers. The quality of the video is okay, but what he says makes a lot of sense. It is this video right here. So let me put that link in the Discord. Or, yeah. I'm not going to play it here because it's 13 minutes long. Oof, was the algorithm ever good? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been a creator on YouTube for the better part of a decade now. And for those of you who are interested, we also have this right here. I think it's the dark internet theory, or dead. No, it's dead internet theory. Sorry, it's this video right here. It's like 2 hours long. But this video right here, the dead internet theory, this video talks about basically, oh God, it's been a while since I thought about this and watched this video. Joe Rogan is still long for me. He is killing it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. You're not wrong. But he also doesn't have to worry about killing it anymore. He made a massive payday with his acquisition by Spotify, so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so dead internet theory is... Yep, nope, I can't remember. Let's see if we can Google it. Dead internet theory is an online conspiracy theory that asserts that the internet now consists of almost entirely of bot activity and automatically generated content that is manipulated by algorithmic curation, marginalizing organic human activity. These intelligent bots are assumed to have been made in part to help manipulate algorithms and boost search results in order to ultimately manipulate consumers. Further proponents of the theory accuse government agencies of using bots, blah, blah, blah. So yes, it is a little bit of a conspiracy theory. It's a lot of a conspiracy theory, but now I'm refreshed. One of the big things behind this theory, this conspiracy theory, is that people are manipulating the algorithms with generated content so that they can reap the rewards of the ad revenue without actually having to do much of anything. I don't think it's really that far of a leap. Honestly. Should have made a short. 100 million does solve a lot of problems. Yeah, that's true. I'm not saying I subscribe to this dead internet theory thing, but it's compelling. It's worth a watch. I don't know that I'd watch 2 hours of it. But if we go back here to the search results, there was another, and I did watch this one. And this video is like 12 minutes long, 13 minutes long. Although this guy's videos drive me absolutely crazy because they would be totally fine if it wasn't for that stupid goldfish. The goldfish pipes in the heckle fish. It pipes in with really stupid comments every 30 seconds or so that don't really add anything to the video. It's really annoying. But worth watching. It's a theory. Conspiracy theory. The fish is so annoying. The videos would be good otherwise. But I mean, it's really not that far of a leap, right? For this concept, this theory that people can be generating content and then just reaping the benefits of the ad revenue without really having to make the stuff. I mean, there are now like OnlyFans people who are using AI to create videos of themselves, allegedly. So there's like, it's not that far of a leap. D's Knives, thank you for the $9.99. He says, thanks for touching on the subject and your content over the years. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Leave the hecklefish alone. Dude, it doesn't add anything to the video. It doesn't. It's like making a very informative, a very educational and intellectual video, but like every 30 seconds you have the annoying orange piping in. It just rips you out of what is otherwise a very good video. Okay? Hate the fish. Hate him. Here, I'll paste that. I'll copy that one in there too, so you guys can watch that if you want. That'll send you down a big rabbit hole, in case you're wondering. Do you know when the next ZF pouch restock will be? I don't, but Rick, I'm pretty sure it's not that far out. The fish might be the best part of the video. Hard disagree. Hard disagree. Third channel best damn rant. Yeah. I'm on a soapbox today, guys. This is something that has, been on my mind for a long time. I mean, it affects me directly. And I wouldn't say that things are bad. The channel's still healthy. Things are going well. But it is very disheartening to work so hard on some things and then just completely flop. And the thing that's been happening lately is that we will release a video and it will tank in the first hour. And we have to start tweaking the title and changing the thumbnail and trying to figure out what's going to actually work. And then we'll find a combination and then it, boom, takes off. But it's so much more work than it used to be because the algorithm has almost learned or is almost too complex, and it's evolved so much that it's really hard to understand where things are going to go before you hit go. It's like video roulette almost. You don't know what's going to happen. Thought we agreed on Taylor Talks. I wonder if legislation will ever be passed to make algorithms illegal since we just now seeing the consequences in culture. I don't know, but I do think that they're definitely too complex. And algorithms, for the most part, like if we're talking specifically in terms of social algorithms for social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google, whatever, those algorithms are all meant to keep you on the platform longer. So they are all literally meant to drive revenue. That's all they're for. So they're not necessarily making the platform better. They're only, for the most part, only operating to pad the pockets of the companies that have created them. That's what they're for. Like if you look at Google search, and I think one of those videos that I touched on, it might be the one about the YouTube algorithm sucking. If you go to Google search, you get halfway down the page before you get real results now. You get a bunch of paid results and you get some weird stuff sometimes. And then sometimes it's better to just go to page 2 to get the best results for your search. And then by the time you get to like page 3 or 4, there's no Google search kind of sucks now. It's not like it used to be. And you get a bunch of AI results, which are not always accurate. And then with YouTube search results, dude, you only get like 15 results and then you get a bunch of unrelated results that are just other videos that they're feeding to you. If you just experiment with it, go search stuff on YouTube, you get maybe a few legit results and then you get a bunch of really random stuff. That's something he definitely talks about in that video. We're so close to the point. Oh no, we're not. We're so far away from EDC at this point. I pulled a Jeremy Sires today, guys. Taylor Maddox, thank you. Headed out. I'll catch everyone next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all. I will not be here next Friday. I am backpacking. I will be hiking in the woods at this time next Friday. There will be a video that goes up next Friday, but I won't live stream, unfortunately. I'm not there for 2 days and Taylor's breaking down. I'm not breaking down. We've had many long talks about this, Ricky. None of this is any kind of news to you. And I know you know that. Any thoughts on using Vimeo or other CDN as a backup to continue to build out content for your own site? Not Vimeo, but because you have to pay for Vimeo now. But I have long dreamed of just having my own website rather than hosting stuff on YouTube. I think we all do, because then you're in control. And I do think one thing I'm going to start doing this year is a newsletter. And that's mainly because I feel like a lot of people who watch my videos complain about not getting notifications when I upload videos. It's so broken. It's been broken for 3 years. If you sign up for notifications, you should just get them. But YouTube will not send notifications if you subscribe to certain, like, so many notifications. You only get the ones they feel like you really want. So dumb. Just turn on notifications. If I want them, I'll have them. If I don't want them, I turn them off. Stop making decisions for me. So, Marco, this would not be a newsletter for reading. This would just be like, hey, here's what happened this week, and then, like, the content that we have. LMAO, cry, Taylor. I mean, I will, okay? Dude, every time I read, like, I open up an email or I'm reading, like, a help website and I'm trying to figure out how to do something, I don't read. I, like, skim and I'm like, nah, that's not it. Nope. And then I'll click away and I'll find another link that, like, says what I'm trying to look for, and I click it and it takes me back to where it just came from. It happened to me, like, 3 times earlier today. I have a external display of this USB-C, and I was going to put over here instead of having another computer, and I couldn't get it to work, and I was just searching why, and I could not. I'm like, I can't figure it out. It's been 3 seconds. Head starts to implode, you know? Just include pictures and numbers with arrows. Bright red arrows. Oh, yeah. What about IMG's service? LMG's service? Float plane? I don't know what that is. There was one that was created by somebody, but you have to be invited to it, and I was not invited. Do you usually live stream every Friday? Yes. I have started, this is live stream number 6 or so. 8, I don't know. But I will not be here next Friday. Instead, I believe I will be doing a members-only live stream next week. Maybe like Wednesday or something. Tuesday, Wednesday. I haven't decided, but I'm going to do a members-only stream next week. Since there are lots of members now. Thank you, guys. And I have not fixed the Discord server for the YouTube channel. You can join it if you're a member and you can see that link. You can join that server. It's not set up yet, and I haven't really figured out how it works into this, but I think so. Brazen, who's in here as Andrew, he recommended I do like an after party or after stream for members only instead of just bouncing and, you know, whatever. Just do a little after stream that's members only, and I might move that over to Discord. And I have the private Discord for that, so that may be incorporated. And I think I figured out how to get Patreon members in that one too. So we had some little like technical stuff that we have to figure out. So sorry, we haven't really ramped up the membership only stuff, but we're working on it. We got longer videos, longer cuts of existing videos. We've got older videos that I've removed from the channel that I'm going to upload as members only. We got a lot of other stuff that we're doing. So sorry for not getting it all out there right now, but we've been a little bit busy trying to ramp up and stuff. So we're working on stuff. Just we're getting there. Phytonics. All right, I'm late. What's this clickbait title all about? You just missed like a 40-minute rant about the internet. I do have an idea that I mentioned to Ricky last night. I kind of want to, and it's too late now. I'm going to have to go here in a minute, but I kind of want to, our song's back. Yeah. I kind of want to do a live stream where I'm maybe talking about how I edit photos and stuff, so we can go through some of the photos that I've taken and how I edit them, but also like how I can totally fake a photo. So the thumbnail for this video was faked. I took this photo maybe I don't know how many months ago, but I took it and I used it for something, not for a YouTube thumbnail because I shot it vertical, but I needed it to be horizontal portrait. No, shot a portrait. I needed it to be landscape for a YouTube thumbnail. So I had to use generative fill, and then I noticed the gear wasn't all lined up right, and it started bothering me, and I was at home and it was like 10 p.m. so I couldn't retake the photo. It was like months ago, and I'd have to just drive 20 minutes, grab my camera and take a photo. So I wanted a photo. I was like, you know what? I can fix this. And I faked this photo for the thumbnail. I moved all the gear around. I put different drop shadows on it. Faked it all. Everything on that photo has been manipulated. I moved every piece of gear in it. You can't just say how excited you are for the music to be back and not post it in the soundtrack or stream channel in the Discord. Okay, hang on here. It is, this song is Top of the Mountain. No, Top of the Top from Matt Large. We talked about this last time, but I don't have a really good way to link it. I mean, I can link it, but it's to Epidemic Sound. You have to have an account to get to it. Breaking news. Taylor is a fake. I am. My whole life is a lie. Taylor is the AI he I do want to know your feedback. Have you guys watched the shorts this week? It may be on the... Here, I'll search it there. Top of the Top. Let's search it here so you can see it. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're going to get canceled now. Search Matt Large. There it is. Top of the Top. Matt Large. Top of the Top. Yo, Brazen, I don't need a soundtrack. Dude, put it in. I already put it in the live stream thing. We don't need a soundtrack one. I mean, we could, but I don't have like a link for my playlist. Yeah, the Y-Files. I don't like the Y-Files as much as a lot of other YouTube channels that do similar things. One of my guilty pleasures is, oh God, what's his name? Hang on. Wavy Web Surf. Wavy Web Surf. I really like watching this guy. Just a bunch of random internet information that nobody ever really needs to know. Windigoon. Yeah, a lot of anything kind of related to this, I probably watch quite a bit. One of my other new guilty pleasures is Ethan Klabowski. He's a chef, and his videos are ridiculously good. Like, really, really, really good. I love cooking, so I'm trying to get better at cooking, and I'm watching a lot of cooking content. I just discovered The Fat Electrician the other day. Great videos telling funny but also fascinating stories. Yeah, a lot of true crime stuff. Ugh. Brain shutting down. Oh, it's already really late. We've been ranting about the internet for far too long. We're going to talk about a couple more things real quick. So one of those is this. Field Notes sent these to me like last month, but they told me not to post about it until a certain day. They came after that day, and I felt like the hype had dropped. But in case, I just forgot to share these, but just some Field Notes. So they're the new foiled series. if anybody is interested. Tanner says, EDC related, how do you like your new Invictus C compared to the full-size bolster Invictus? I was talking about that a little bit earlier. I like the size of this one a little bit better than the bolster, which is here somewhere. There. I like them both, but I like the size of this one a little better. I haven't even opened this one yet, so you use Ethan's enchilada recipe. Okay, so I don't know the deal with these foil. We don't have a Carry Commission Field Notes collaboration, but we do have Field Notes coming here. We have more of these, but these are the national park. They're nothing special, right? In terms of like exclusivity or anything, but we have these coming to Carry Commission. We have a few sets of the National Park series, and then we just have your standard craft in black Field Notes. I don't really know what the deal is with these. I would be lying if I said I did. They just said, hey, can we send you some? I said, sure. So Field Notes has a foil series now. They look nice. I love the artwork, but I don't know if there's anything special about them. But that's not what I said I needed to open. Please hold. I gotta open this. Ricky wants to do a giveaway of what? I need to move these knives out of the way. I know this makes a lot of you cringe, but this is how I treat my knives. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care. I ain't even care a little bit. Not even a little bit. All right. This thing's almost too big. I don't even know how the box opens. I would have laughed if you tossed them over your shoulder. Yeah. It's not outside the realm of possibility with me. So this came in on Wednesday, and I really wanted to open it then, but I decided to wait so that I could show you guys. Can anybody guess what this is before we open it? Anybody? Am I doing a giveaway? I haven't planned on one. Air fryer. Good guess, but incorrect. New home in Hadfield. No, that's back there. 12-pack of Truly. Hell yeah. YouTube play button. No. Box full of truck nuts. A door. Ham radio. Jackal. What? No, you guys, I don't think anybody will get this. Verdict's Long Walks pack. No, they actually sent me 2 packages of those on accident. So I do have, you know what? We can do a giveaway. I'll get to that in a second. We'll give away a Long Walks pack. Open this upside down. Ugh. Ugh. Poor plant. Still can't fit this in frame. Ah. What did Tyler say? Oh, it's a Wicked Edge. Yeah, this is the new Wicked Edge. I think I moved my whole thing over. There. It needs to be locked. Why is that moving? Okay, there we go. Yeah. So this is the brand new Wicked Edge. The Pro Series 4, I think. Big old case for it. Okay, don't dox yourself, Taylor. Oh, they sent a knife to sharpen with it too. Practice knife. Nice. I think every sharpener should come with a practice knife. So we got 3 sets of stones here. If you're not familiar with the Pro Series from Wicked Edge, I already have one just right over there. You have 800 and 1,000 grit, which is your fine. You have a medium, which is 400 and 600. And then this one is 100 and 200, I believe. Yeah, 100 and 200. This is their new pancake version. These things are heavy and overbuilt. I don't really know how this thing works because the other one does not have this. So I might have to look that up. I think that's all. I will be moving some of my other stones into this one. So, I will be doing a video on this at some point in the future. I guess we can move this back down now. So, if you've never used a Wicked Edge product, they are pretty awesome, honestly. But on the Gen 3 Pro that I bought, I had one major issue. So this is a scale so you can learn like where you can gauge how far and where you're mounting your knife. This allows you to mount it at the same depth every time. We're not gonna sharpen a knife right now, but I should have gotten the stones out. But they made a huge improvement on this, if you ask me. So these don't need anything to hold them up. Before you had to rest them on something, they lock out right there. Your clamp for this is much nicer. It's a double cam clamp. And then you have a locking adjustment. So before you could just grab this thing and move it back and forth. So I've made a lot of improvements to how this works. Now, they asked which one I wanted. There's one that has micro adjustments here so that you can, really fine tune. Probably sharpen like 24, 22 and a half. But there are micro adjustments so you can get the exact bevel on the same, like on either side. And I feel like that's a great way to ask for trouble when sharpening a knife. I can get the other one out if you guys want to see it, but it is enormous. It is very big. But basically, for this, you would just mount something like that. And it is locked in there. You can pick this whole thing up with it. Probably not recommended. And then with your stones on here, you just sharpen. And the good news is you don't have to like sharpen until you get a burr on one side and then sharpen until you get a burr on the other. You can, but you can just hit this both at the same time over and over until you have a sharp edge. Sharpen the Zon. My Zon is sharp. My Zon is sharp. I do have some knives that need to be sharpened. But anyway, what I was saying is in my Gen 3 Pro, there are jam screws that run in straight in this direction that lock in your micro adjustment. And what happened with several of my knives is I was sharpening them. I was reprofiling because it was my first sharpen, and the jam screw ran out. So the adjustment ran in. And what happened is I think it happened to my Sagaiha rock wall. One side is laid down to 17 degrees or maybe 16 degrees because one side, the jam screw stayed fine. It didn't run itself out. And I had Loctited them. I had tried everything. So one side is like 22 and one side is like 16. So they changed how those jam screws work now. They're on a different angle than the way that these things pivot. Because what happens is when you're pivoting in the same plane that those jam screws operate, they eventually just work themselves out because this is creating friction and turning in the same plane that that jam screw is. So now the jam screws come in at like a 45 and it's not going to loosen. So they fixed that, but they also create an option like this one right here that does not have the jam screws. There's no micro adjust. It's just this. And that's what I wanted because really I feel like I should only be sharpening my knife like this anyway. This is a very like a professional sharpener. And I feel like if you're running a sharpening service that maybe you should have that as an option. But for somebody like you or I think this is probably the better option. The one with fewer ways to mess up. So I'm actually really excited to take this thing home and put an edge on one of my knives that's needed it for a long time. That being my Sabenza. I don't think it's here. I'm not sure where it is. But I did see somebody just asked about the drop bear. I have one. Here's the drop bear. I think for the money, it's a pretty good knife. But I think, like, okay, let's just look up how much it is again. I know I've looked it up already, but... Drop bear. So $109 for this version. The carbon fiber one I have right here is $198. $100. I think at $100 it's pretty good. It's fine, but the thing is, it kind of just feels like a Civivi. There's just something about the way it feels, which is okay. But I think for me, like at this price point, I'm probably gonna go with something like this right here. I mean, not this one, but I'm just saying like this stuff from Kaiser for $160, I think feels and looks a lot nicer. Am I even in camera? Not really. I think this stuff feels and looks nicer than this, and the difference is like $50. That's still a third of the price, right? $50 out of $100, but well, half. It's 50% more. I just think this version of Kaiser is nicer than this version of Kaiser. And maybe I would feel differently if I had the Micarta one, but I don't. So there's that. Also, since we're on the topic of looking up prices and stuff, might as well look up the Wicked Edge. I don't remember how much it is. Okay, we're gonna pull up the mini Scandi again. Wicked Edge. Gen 4 Pro. Yeah, $1,300. So there are different versions of it though. Gen 3 Pro, which is the other one I have. This is the same model as the one I have, $899. I think I paid around that, yeah. But I bought it open box on Amazon. So the Gen 4 Pro is not on Amazon yet. Wicked Edge. So the one I have, I think, is a little bit cheaper. Okay, so there's the jam screws. So here's the Gen 3 Pro. If you could see that, does that show? Not really. Here, I'll just show you. It's probably easier to show you anyway. So the Gen 3 Pro, the jam screws, can we zoom in? The jam screws are running in at 90 degrees from, well, they're in the same direction as this right here. And they could just turn themselves out. Even if you use like Teflon tape or Loctite, I tried everything and they would just run themselves out. However, with the Gen 4 Pro, so this is the one I have without that base on it. So I have the without micro adjust, without the cabinet. This is the version I have, $999, so $1,000. With micro adjust, you can see here, well, with the micro adjust, these jam screws are now at a 45. So they're not on that same plane of rotation, and they don't really run themselves out, allegedly. But yeah, the price on them is not small, for sure. But the one that I have right here is $999. So if you wanted it with the cabinet, it's $1,299, so $1,300. Without the cabinet, and then we have with micro adjust with the cabinet is $1,500. Yeah. Not sure what I'm gonna do with my Gen 3 Pro, but I have this one, and they're sending, if I'm not mistaken, they are sending, I don't know if they're sending one with the micro adjust in the cabinet. I know I'm getting one with a cabinet, but I don't know if it's with or without the micro adjust. And one of them will be for giveaway. So I will be giving away, whenever I do that video, up to $1,500 sharpener. It's very cool of them to do that. Sam, what's up? EDC NC. It is 3:30. I gotta get out of here, guys. I got stuff to do that I didn't do earlier, like creating the shorts. I never got feedback from you guys. I asked if you guys had. Can we do a quick poll? Can I do that? Yeah. Okay. Quick poll. There we go. We'll run that poll for just a few minutes. And while we're polling it, I'm going to go grab the bag to give away. Make a decision, Greg. What is Greg trying to decide? Also, I can't see the full poll. There we go. 28% says they don't care for them. 73 now says keep doing them. Okay. Chad Parker. So why is this the end of EDC I just started? Oh man, should we start that whole conversation up again? One and an indifferent choice. Joe, this is why I can't trust you with anything. I could always use a new bag. My wife would disagree, but what does she know? I agree, Renee. My wife doesn't get it. So, I'll give you the cliff notes. This is not the end of EDC. It's just the beginning, and people need to chill out with their gatekeeping. That's the cliff notes. It took me an hour and a half to say that earlier. Okay, so I have 2 bags here from Verdicts. They sent, like I said, 2 boxes or 2 packages with bags in them. I have 2 of these and I have 2 of these, but I got a green one. That's what I'm carrying. This is my current EDC bag. This is the 28. And it is stuffed. I should probably not have as much stuff in it. Oh, it looks like we're glitching again. Internet's losing its mind. All right, so I have a size NA. What is this one? This is the smaller one, 15 liter, and then that would make this the 28. Which one should I give away? 15 or 28? Longest EDC stream ever. Yeah, I'm just crushing it. Still going. 15 liter? Is that what we should do? 15? 15, 15, 15. Okay, 15 it is. Is it because it's green? It's because it's green, isn't it? All right. 1 for 28. Sorry, KJ. OD green. You want me to leave it in the packaging? I'll leave it in the packaging for you guys. After this stream ends, EDC is going to be no more. You're right. You're right. There's nothing we can do about it. It's over. All right. How do we choose a winner for this bag right now? Also, review the video I sent you, you schmuck. Bro, I've been working around the clock. I ain't got time. We'll get there. It's got to go up. I haven't even shot the ad spot for it yet. Ricky, I would say thank you for the $1.99, but you just said give them both away. I will, but I can't give away the farm right away. You got to keep people coming back for the next one. So next live stream, I'll give away the 28. Ya schmuck. Random comment picker. We could raid somebody. You guys are out of pocket today. Okay. Give me just a minute and I'm gonna come up with something. The last giveaway we did, we guessed how many knives were on the table, how many fixed blades. Next stream we give away your knives. No, next stream we give away your knives. Give it away to people that rhyme with Schmezenhead. Raid Everyday Minimalist. He's a channel in need of help. Okay, we're going to do some sort of trivia thing. It's going to be a nightmare again, isn't it? Yeah, it is, but I'm going to go for it. All right, let's raid Ricky. Let's raid Ricky. Go to his most recent video, which I'm going to link in the chat, but I'm going to pull up here too. Ricky Hernandez X. 4 hours ago, my girlfriend reacts. I don't even have it up. I'm an idiot. Look at that schmuck. Thank you for using that word and now putting it in my brain. Pin the dang link. I'm getting there. I have 2 computers right now. It's not hard. They're not easy to manage. Okay, there it is. Go to that video and comment something nice about Lexi and use the hashtag BDEDC. And we'll wait until this video ends. We're going to play the whole video. You're welcome, Ricky. Go watch it and subscribe. You're not going to win if you don't subscribe to Ricky. Oh, my back. Oh. My back is killing me right now. Like I said, the gym kicked my ass this morning. I tried to deadlift 445 pounds and it did not move off the ground at all. It came off the ground just the tiniest bit, that it wasn't going any further. The reps before that got me. Also, when you're commenting, don't forget to use BDEDC, because that's what I'm going to use to filter out the comments. You got just a few more minutes. And then I'm going to really have to like immediately drop off here because it's going to be almost 4 o'clock and I have to use the bathroom. And my back kind of hurts. EDC Weekly finishing and the reels taking priority now. So the EDC Weekly is now this live stream. This is the EDC Weekly. And we didn't do any carries on this one, but I'm trying to get submissions ramped up. I'm going to be featuring, I think we do 5 in a reel every single day. We're going to ramp that up to 7 days a week. But also on these live streams, we're going to go through either some of the ones I've already featured or just go through some of the submissions on the live stream. Not every single week, but the EDC Weekly is now going to live as the live stream. It's always been a community show, and I feel like having live interactions makes it more of that. So I want to keep that going. I feel like it was getting really stale as a standalone show. I just want to play the song again. But I felt like it was getting stale. I was bored with it. It felt like just the same thing over and over, and it's not interactive, and I wanted to make it interactive. So we're going to do them here on the channel. Seeing Ricky, I just want to bear hug him. You don't. He's like a porcupine. He's prickly. Taylor just wants to talk to his fans. I just want to, have a community again. I felt like for the last 2 years I've been just behind the scenes a lot, and I want to be out there, and more interaction is fun, right? When I get live feedback from one of these carries and we can discuss it in real time, it's a lot of fun. When it's me sitting behind a computer editing, it's not fun. Good job, Lexi. Good job. Also, is that Lexi's iPad or yours? Because look at this. I have the exact same iPad case. Of course it's green, but the exact same case. Germany. All right, we still have 5 minutes. God, how long do you talk, Ricky? You talk more than me. Goodness gracious. Caden today, thank you for the $1 donation. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I sit and edit your voice over and over and over. But yeah, I just wanted to make it more fun. And I tried several different things with the EDC Weekly, and nothing ever really felt natural. And it always felt like it should be a live show. He's trying to make the hard sell. Yeah. She's like, how many vacations does this knife cost? I could not do a video of my wife seeing / going through my knives. She would get so mad and walk off. I know it. So I actually did a video like that, if you haven't seen it, where my wife guessed the price of my knives. And, you know, for a time, she was like, wow, you have so many knives. You don't need more. Why are you spending this much money on knives? And then it became a business. Now she doesn't care. Pacific Rim Trading Co. I really like the new streams. Thank you. I really appreciate doing them a lot, honestly. So yeah, 27% don't care for the new shorts. 73% do. We're going to end that poll. Thank you for your feedback. I would like to know why you do or do not. It's only 83 votes. But I'd like to know. I mean, we're going to keep doing them. I think we need to develop them a little bit. And it's just going to take a little bit of time to develop them. But, yeah, I think they're fun. I'm enjoying putting them together every single day, which is not something I could say about the EDC Weekly. Oh, the back. The back is going, man. Oh, the back is going. Bro, can you stop talking about this knife already? It's been 7.5 minutes. One knife. Zach Van Zyl says, Taylor, can you help me? The people at Carry Commission let me down. I just want what I ordered and support you guys. How did we let you down, man? I mean, the people at Carry Commission is me. How did I let you down? What happened? Is it, did you order a pouch yesterday? That might be a problem. Here's the kicker. At the end, I say none of this matters. It is a sweet knife. I kind of like that black DLC jigged TI. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Also, Zach, if you can, just email support. I think it's contact@Carry Commission. Don't quote me on that. We'll get you taken care of, man. We don't want anybody to have a bad experience. More often than not, it's usually USPS that's screwing everything up, but, you know, we are human. We do make mistakes. I like shorts as an appetizer before the main meal of a full video or live stream. Yeah, so we can discuss all of the featured submissions that I talked about or show in the shorts in the live. That would actually be easier than just going through a folder in Google Drive. So maybe that's what we do moving forward with some of these live streams. There we go. That's the end of it. So now we have to choose a comment. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go to random comment picker. I ordered a hat months ago and it never arrived. Jordan said he would take care of it. It just never happened. Yeah, actually, I remember yours. I was looking through maybe last week and I'm like, why is this guy's hat not shipped? That was not our issue. That was Printful. We use a service. We don't like Printful, but we have to use them for the hats for now. We're about to switch, I think, to who makes the best EDC hats, which means there's going to be a gap in hat availability. Yeah, yeah, we've reached out to Printful, but we can take care of this in the back end, but we have tried to resolve it. We just need to maybe cancel that order and do another or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I do remember that order. I don't really like shorts because I like details. My man, I agree. Okay, so random comment picker. I don't want to log in. Just let me do it. Come on. I'm going to use a different one. Just when I want to order a hat and tee, there's issues. We honestly haven't had a ton of issues with Printful. I just don't like Printful. I'd rather have inventory on hand. All right, paste the YouTube link. Not anything goes. We need to keyword filter EDC. Continue. And pick a winner. Barbarian Brawny. Lexi is a saint for putting up with your EDC. Lexi is the best damn EDC. Lexi is the best. Best damn EDC sent me back to this video, but I forgot to comment, so perfect excuse. Is this time. Okay, cool. Brian, Barbarian Brawny. You now have a 15-liter Long Walk Stay Pack. Congratulations. You know who doesn't have one? Ricky. And he's not going to get one because he told me to give them all away. Sorry, Ricky. All right, I do have to get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will do another giveaway in the next stream, which will not be next Friday. Next Friday, I'm backpacking, so it'll be the week after that. I'm taking one when I get back up. No, I'm giving them all away. You can't take one now. And you're not going backpacking, so you double can't take one. You prick. Okay. All right. We should wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the new members and the gifted memberships. I cannot wait till the next stream, honestly. I look forward to this every single week. All right. I'll catch you later. All of the stuff I talked about will be linked in the Discord. So if you go to the Discord and join up, if you're not already in there, you can go to the live stream resources channel. And everything we talked about, the conspiracy theories and all of the products and videos and everything are linked in there. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good weekend.
Peace.